I knew growth would be had at this camp for sure, but I wasn't. I wasn't absolutely sure how that was going to happen. But the growth that I've been seeing through everybody has contributed to mine as well.
Before this camp, I was really unfamiliar with a lot of things about Baha'i faith, and I was really not in touch with God, and I just didn't understand why we did things like prayer and like the whole purpose of this. I think like doing like book 1 over the weekend and then doing book 5, that really gave me like an opportunity to grow and see why we do those things, and kind of just understanding the purpose behind our lives and our moral standards.
And spiritually, I feel like I've learned a lot more ways to increase my virtues and make myself a better person.
I've learned that everyone is a really good potential friend, and you can always count on everyone. And also, oh man, I've learned so much.
I learned about the state of prayer and how important the state of prayer is during these youth camps. I think easily you can get very overwhelmed because you're around a lot of people, and if you're not relying on God, things can get very shaky. But if you create time for yourself and you create time for your relationship with God, and take time to pray and to meditate, it's really, really important during those breaks and during those lunch times, and it's been really uplifting me and reminding me what the reason I'm here is.
I learned a lot about the importance of educating junior youth between the ages of 12 and 14 or 15, and how this is a time when their brain capacity is changing so much that this is a really good time to get them invested in this.
I learned about aspects of unity and the importance of having an environment of flexibility, because it allows people's ideas to grow and develop.
So I was running a junior youth group before this, but I feel like doing book 5, because I had done that before, really helped me, and now when I run my junior youth group, I feel like it'll be a lot better and I'll know how to help them out more with reflecting on the concepts and service projects.
I've learned a lot about spirituality and like our souls, because it's something that we don't really pay attention to as much in today's day and age, and the importance of taking time and caring for your soul, reflecting with God and with your friends.
In book 7, we learned about like taking the institute courses outside of the courses. For example, if you have a study circle, you can do other activities with the community and grow your friendships and serve together. It's not just about doing the books. So I really like that, because I've always found it like difficult to just think about doing books with people, but now I learned you can also just like be friends with them and like hang out with them outside of the space.
Something that I learned, and the part that I enjoyed most about book 7, I think, was kind of where it gave scenarios, and then like, practical scenarios about something that might happen in the group, and we all answered together kind of about like how we'd react to them in the best kind of way and stuff. I really liked it because it's really practical, and yeah, just got you in the mode of being a tutor.
A few days ago, we all did some visits during the practice of our books, and we went and visited some families, and I saw that people were nervous or a little bit anxious going into it, but I knew that things would be okay. And when everyone came back, everyone was so joyous and so happy that their spirit was really alive, and you could see that. And people could feel it here as well. Like we're sharing this space with other people. Other people could see the radiance that our group was emitting, and it was just really nice to see everybody become so unified through those visits, growing their capacity for home visits, growing their capacity for having elevated conversations, creating friendships.
I really liked the unity within everyone and like how well we're getting to know everyone. It's really been inspiring to see this sort of space.
Honestly, I liked seeing everybody happy really at the end of the day. That was the thing I liked the most.
I really enjoyed the environment that everyone contributed to create. It was really friendly and everyone was really welcoming. And also, I thought that even though it was really relaxed and almost chill, that people were also equally determined to learn, so that we were all able to help each other focus and get on track with our learning.
Everyone is so genuine and nice, and I really feel that as well.
It's not like teacher-student relationship. It's like friend, you know, and like bonding with everybody. Now I feel like at the start it's way different than now. Like at the beginning, everyone was kind of just there. Like I kind of knew a couple people, but now everyone's just tight. I feel.
Something I really liked about the camp too is I've been to a lot of spaces like these, and they're all really beautiful in their own way. And with this space is particularly like everyone, there's this huge sense of love, I think, from the whole group, and I think there's a lot of openness and trust as well. And I really felt that, you know, going into it. It made me feel really nice.
I really love the shared vision.
I loved a lot about the camp. The camp was a really good experience, but one of the big things that I loved for me was probably the fact that everybody's working towards the same thing. In some scenarios, people are striving for different values or morals or reasons, but in this camp, everyone's coming together and trying to make a community.
I learned that it's not fair to assume the capacities of others because capacities are very dormant within us. We have latent capacities that we don't even know about sometimes, but sometimes with the right encouragement and the right guidance, those capacities can flourish and really surprise me.
I've learned a lot about my own personal spiritual growth and other people's, like the process of like how other people grow and develop, which is really cool.
Somebody shared a story about love and how we can love people and have a humble posture of learning. And the story was about Abdul Baha, the son of Baha'u'llah, and how he would see all the people he would listen to. He would look in their face and see Baha'u'llah, his father. So that really empowered me to have a humble posture of learning and look at everyone with love.
I think I've grown a lot spiritually and intellectually just by reading the teachings in book 5 and stuff, because it teaches and talks a lot about togetherness and community engagement, but also how it's important to be detached from oneself.
What I've been learning of life of service is that it's something that you can't do alone. You're going to need a very strong relationship to the Word of God and to the teachings of the manifestations of God to guide you, and you're going to need a strong relationship and connection to the souls. So your friends and your community, you have to be connected to them at the level of the spirit and at the level of the soul, and in that way you can continue along your path of service and have strength in your trials and difficulties.
I have a better appreciation of the idea of community and collaboration, having others to bounce upon ideas off of, or having other people just to simply hang out and talk to.
But you can always serve. Teaching the faith is a service. Helping others learn is service. Growing their capacity, just like what's happening in this camp, is a service. It's a great service.
And also, kind of twofold moral purpose. If you're serving, you're also developing yourself as you're helping the community, which is probably the best thing. I mean, in my opinion.
I learned that a life of service isn't really attached to you yourself, but it's more about the faith and giving back to others. And I think I'll strive to live a life of service by getting more involved in JY and just always continuing to give back.
A life of service is going to be a lot more fun than I expected. It's going to be opening a wider circle of friends and then constantly inviting new friends to recognize the power of the Word of God and to serve humanity and help, and then we'll be helping each other through that. It's not as complicated as I thought it would be, and I'm so excited for the people who are my age, but then also the people in my junior youth program that are going to graduate the program and then come into this sequence of courses. And I need to live a coherent life, and like it's not like something it's always something like, oh, I've been wanting to do, but I actually need to do it because my junior youth are looking up to me, and my junior youth can see every single aspect of my life, and when they see me radiate with joy from service, it's going to like hopefully as well motivate them to serve on this path.
A life of service, the way I see it, is to help serve the greater good of society. That's simple as simply that could be serving as in literal serving, like doing children's classes or having study circles, or I think it's as simple as being a better person, to have a more positive energy about it. Because I think that being positive or having a positive energy will reflect upon others as well back to you, and it's just a chain reaction of positivity.
I feel like it's really resonated with me how fulfilling a life of service can be, and I'm hoping to do a year of service after I grad.
Service, I think, really is a huge part of our purpose and why we're here, and to continue that and striving to fulfill my life of purpose, I would like to do service with like junior youth groups and children's classes, spreading my faith.
Self-service makes you happy. It literally makes you happier. Every time I've been doing anything that's selfless service, I've been happier. So that's what I've learned about it, and how will I do that? I don't know how I'm going to do it, I just know I'm going to do it.
In my life, I hope to do a lot of service, and someone really wise once told me that you can't decide for people whether or not they want to be a part of this. You can't take someone who's your friend and assume that they don't want to. You should give everyone a chance. So I'm going to really try and bring in as many people as I can and just do the best I can to make a difference.